All right, folks, happy Monday. This is Mr. Miller here. This is for government for Monday, the 6th of April. So what I have for you is some interesting things for this week. We are not, because this week's a little weird. It was supposed to be April break, but it's not, so we have to keep going based on what the governor's saying. So we're going to continue working here. But since it's a weird week, we will not have a current event due this week. Okay, so keep that in mind. We will not be doing a current event this week. What I have prepared for you instead is a topical debate that we can kind of run with for this week. Okay, this assignment here, I don't necessarily need it by the end of this week. If you want to work on it this week and get it done, great. If you want to work on it next week on top of whatever else we do next week, that's fine. I will make the due date for this assignment, for all this stuff. I will make the due date on the 18th of April, which is next Saturday. So what you need to do for this, I have a debate prepared. I will post along with this video, or I have posted by the time you see this video. I have posted a set of arguments surrounding the debate, and the debate is should tablets replace textbooks in schools, K through 12? So should tablets replace textbook? This is kind of a question that we're kind of dealing with immediately right now. If you think about it, we have transitioned over the past 3 weeks to some online learning, and that is kind of our main mode of learning. Whether or not this is the best way to do things, you guys have some firsthand knowledge of. And I think this is kind of an interesting topic to talk about at this very moment in your life. Because again, you're not going to be in K through 12 education for much longer, but you can at least lend some opinions to whether or not you like it or not, whether or not you like this style more than the old way. So I have posted a long list of pros and cons. I went onto a website called procon.org, which you may be familiar with. They look at different issues, and they give some positives and some negatives and pros and cons. So I have stolen from that website. Well, not stolen, because I've cited this on this page. I have put a bunch of arguments. Yes arguments, no arguments. Yes, tablets should replace textbooks. No, they shouldn't. Yes, we should go to online learning. No, we shouldn't. That is kind of the focus. So I've got a long list of arguments. I have also posted on this classroom page a notes sheet. This notes sheet you need to make a copy of and edit, or make your own notes sheet and write them down on a separate sheet of paper. That's fine. And then take a picture of it and send it to me. You need to come up with 5 arguments on each side. So you basically need to list at least 5. You can list way more than that if you want to. You need to list at least 5 arguments on each side. Say, okay, these are 5 pros to textbooks being replaced by tablets. And then on the flip side, these are 5 negatives, 5 cons for tablets replacing textbooks. So 5 pros, 5 cons. You need to list all those and kind of be prepared to talk about them if you were to talk about them. Prepare as if we were having a big debate in class, of which we are not going to have, but I don't know. I wish we could. So prepare that way. Then at the very end, I will also post this. It will be titled something like Final Response to Debate, or something like that. Textbook debate, final response to textbook debate, something like that. I've not made it yet. You have the job of articulating clear viewpoints for the pro side, for the con side, and then taking a stand on it. So you need to write a paragraph detailing the pro side to the argument. Yes, tablets should replace textbooks. Then you need to write another paragraph. No, tablets should not replace textbooks. So you say, okay, well, some people think that tablets should replace textbooks, and this is why. And then you would go on and say, well, on the other hand, a lot of people think that this should not happen and think we should stay with our old model. And this is why. And that is a point where you can outline all of those pieces of information that you have come up with, that you have kind of harvested, that you have gotten. Can you get information that is not in this notes sheet that I get you? Sure. If you have personal hand or firsthand knowledge of this, say it. I don't care. It's your own opinion, so that's fine. Well, the facts aren't your own opinion, but you can use your own knowledge for this, or look up news sources. You don't only need to use these sources that I post. So that is fine. You can definitely do that. So once you finish with those two sides of the conversation, you need to outline the pros, outline the cons, then you need to take a stance. What do I believe and why? What pieces of information are the most important to me as I'm making this decision? What pieces of information stick out to me most? What pieces do I like the most? So you need to be thinking about those areas. Okay, thinking about, okay, yes, I like the idea of textbooks being replaced, or no, I don't, and then articulating why. So there are two things that I'm going to ask you to produce for this. The first, that notes sheet where you're going to have at least 5 pieces of information on each side, on the pros and the cons side. Second piece is going to be the written aspect, where you are going to be talking about the pros, outlining the cons, and then taking a stance on it. So there's 2 things that will need to be submitted. Those 2 things need to be submitted, again, by next Saturday. So if you are busy this week, if you don't have a lot of time to be focusing on this week, if you just want to take a little bit of a breather this week, that's fine, as long as I get it by next Saturday. I'm giving you the work. I will give you more stuff next week. So don't feel like you will have just a free week in here somewhere. We can't do that, and still maintain our education as the governor wants it to be maintained. So you can kind of take this at whatever pace you need to take this at, but know that there will be more stuff next week that we'll be kind of doing. So that's kind of the deal that I have for you for today and for this week. I will check back in, probably not every day. I will check back in once or twice this week to make sure that you guys know what's going on, and just re-outline everything and make sure that you guys, again, understand what needs to be done. So if you have questions about what's asked of you, email me, reply to this assignment. Okay, please just email me. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what questions you have. I would be more than happy to answer those things, and I just like hearing from people. So again, talk to me if you've got an issue or a question or a comment, and then we will pick up there when I see you guys next, which is going to be in a couple days. So that's all I've got for you. Take it easy. Start working on this, and stay safe, stay healthy, stay inside. Okay, see you guys in a couple days.